Welcome. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at DS ControlPoint and some of its uses. We're not going to go over all features available. We're going to take a look at some of the basic features to get you up and running with DS ControlPoint. To start, we're going to double click on the DS ControlPoint icon on the desktop. If it is not present on the desktop, it can be found in Start, Programs, Pelco, DS ControlPoint. Let's take a look at this image here. Now, the name that we are highlighted on is the name of the DS system in question. Now, all the cameras below that are cameras directly attached to this system. If there were multiple systems installed here, we would see multiple names. Clicking the plus or minus will expand or contract that menu. Another tip for using DS ControlPoint is clicking and dragging the server name to the right side of the screen will automatically populate all cameras on that server. This is so you don't have to drag each camera over individually. Next, we'll take a look at the layouts. On the upper left-hand portion of the screen, right above our video, we'll see the layouts icon. Clicking on this will allow us to change to a different layout for our camera display. It is important to note that at this time, custom layouts cannot be created. Once a layout has been selected, we can go back to the left-hand side of the list and we can drag and drop our cameras to their desired positions. Another feature of DS ControlPoint is the Undock. Undock allows us to create custom camera views and drag them to other monitors. Once we've configured a layout, here we're using the 2x2, we can click the Undock icon located on the upper left-hand corner. It is a blue curved arrow. Once that has been undocked, we can drag it to another monitor and click the Maximize button to make it full screen. If we want to come out of the full screen view, we can hit the Escape button. To redock the tab, click the down blue arrow to dock it back to the main DS ControlPoint system. With our basic camera views now covered, let's take a look at PTZ Controls. In order to access the on-screen PTZ Controls, click on the PTZ Controls joystick icon located above the video. Using the on-screen PTZ controls, we can pan, tilt, zoom the camera, activate aux functions, record a preset, and also record a pattern. Let's now take a look at the context menu options for DS ControlPoint. First is manual record, which manually initiates recording if not set. Next is snapshot. This will allow us to take a still image of the selected camera. Create groups allows us to create a group of cameras. Print allows us to send an image to a printer. Configure motion settings will allow us to configure motion settings for the selected camera. Remove removes the camera from view. Manage allows us to manage the OSD settings. And image adjustments allows us to make image adjustments to the image. Digital zoom allows us to enable digital zoom. The PTZ joystick allows us to enable PTZ. And lastly, the favorites allows us to create and save favorites. Now let's take a look at the systems menu for DS ControlPoint. Here you will find currently configured systems. In order to add a system, click the monitor with the green plus. We'll be able to name it, set the host name or IP, as well as set the system type. Digital Century would be for the DS products, DVX would be for Master Control, and the DX products, the 8000 and 8100, and the DX 4000, 4500, 4700, and 4800 series. Please note DS data point is no longer used. Setting your system to this can cause it to become unstable. On the right hand side of our systems menu, We have Auto Connect, which will set the system to automatically connect when DS Control Point is opened. Favorites, Video Recorder, which is going to be the default option for all systems entered here, and Windows Authentication. Windows Authentication specifically applies to the DS series of products, and once again, the data point server is no longer used. That concludes our video on the basics for DS Control Point. What we wanted to do here is just quickly be able to show you how to get the system up and running if you had installed it on a client PC, and briefly go over some of the features that are available. There will be a more in-depth video available next week in regards to troubleshooting DS Control Point. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like and subscribe, and remember, at Pelco, we've got it all covered.